Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. This is KR Bhardwaj. I always welcome you to my channel, Font of English Education, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of the English language. Today, we are going to learn about relative pronoun whose. This is the ninth video of pronoun and third video of relative pronoun. A quick recall what we have learned in pronoun chapter till now. In the very first video of pronoun, we learned about introduction and types of pronoun. And the second, third, and fourth videos of pronoun, we learned about personal pronouns, subjective case, objective case, and possessive case. Okay, and fifth video of pronoun, we learned about demonstrative pronoun, this, that, these, those, such, and when we talk about sixth video of pronoun, we learned about interrogative pronoun, who, whom, whose, which, and what. Okay, what is an interrogative pronoun? I explained each and everything. And when we talk about seventh video of pronoun, okay, which was the first video of relative pronoun, okay, we learned about what is a relative pronoun and what is the difference between relative pronoun and interrogative pronouns. Both are same, who, whom, whose, which, and what. Both can be used. All the pronouns can be used both as an interrogative pronoun and as a relative pronoun. I taught you what is the difference between them. And who and whose, uses of who and whom. We learned about uses of who and whom as well in that video, seventh video of pronoun. Who and whom are used for human being. Who is used for subjective case, whom is used for objective case. And in the very last video, which was the second video of relative pronoun, we learned about uses of which. Okay, which is used for non-human being, like animals, objects, things, etc., etc. When we talk about selection and choice, in this case we use which for human being as well. If you haven't watched these videos, please go to the description and watch. Link has been given in the description. All videos links have been given in the description. Okay, today we are going to learn about relative pronoun whose. Whose is used to show possession. My dear friends, in the noun chapter we learned about apostrophe s, to show possession. Rahon's car, Rahul's dress, Sheetal's pen, girl's dress, boys' hostels. To show possession we use apostrophe s. But in noun, we add apostrophe s at the end of the noun to show possession. But when we talk about pronoun, if you want to show possession, you can't use apostrophe s with a pronoun. You don't write now you, yours, okay, but yours. There is a possessive case we learned in the possessive case of pronoun in the video. That video may be third video or fourth video, I'm not pretty sure, where we learn about possessive case of pronoun. My subjective case, I subjective case, me objective case, and mine possessive case. Okay, you subjective case, you also used subjective and objective case, objective case. And when we talk about possessive case, that is yours. Okay, that is yours. yours, not apostrophe s, guys. Only yours can be written without apostrophe s, not apostrophe s. Yours. Okay, this pen is yours. Okay, to show possession. But when we talk about, this is possessive case. When we talk about to show possession, in this case we use whose. Okay, like the girl whose car is this is my friend. Okay, the boy whose family lives abroad is an engineer. Okay, we will learn each and everything with the help of example. I will write some examples, and with the help of those examples we learn uses of whose, to show possessive case. Here, the girl whose car is this is my friend. Here, the girl whose car is this, to show possession. The girl whose car is this is my friend. The boy whose family lives abroad is an engineer. Okay, to show possession we use relative pronoun whose. And guys, point to be noted, whose can be used only for human being. Okay, in previous videos we learned who and whom can be used for human being. Okay, only for human being, not non-living beings, not for animals, not for objects. We don't use who and whom. Who is used for subjective case, whom is used for objective case. And when we talk about which, in the very last video of relative noun we learned about which, which is used for non-human beings like animal, objects and things. When we talk about selection and choice, in this case we use which for human being as well. I hope you have watched previous video. If you haven't watched, go to the description and watch. So guys, let me write some examples. With the help of those examples we will learn for better understanding. Let me write some examples. Have a look at the word. Here are some examples. First, this is the boy which, whom, whose and who parents work with a pharma company. Guys, point to be noted here. Which, whom, whose and whom. Okay, these are relative pronouns. Okay, parents work with a pharma company. Guys, point to be noted, relative clause. I hope you know about what is a relative clause and what is an antecedent. This noun, boy, the boy is an antecedent over here. I hope you know about it. If you don't know, please watch previous videos. Last two videos I explained each and everything about what is a relative pronoun and what is a relative clause and what is an antecedent. Okay, so boy is an antecedent. Here these are relative pronouns. Okay, here which, as you know, which is used for non-human being, which is used for animals, which is used for things, objects. Here boy is a human being. Yes, which is used for human being when we talk about selection and choice. Here we are not talking about selection and choice. Which brother is, which is your brother, which is your friend. We are not talking about selection and choice. So here which is an incorrect, okay, relative pronoun. This is the boy which, no. Okay, and whom is used for human being but objective case. We are talking about here subjective case. As you know, antecedent, relative pronoun takes verb according to the antecedent, according to the previous noun. So here boy is, okay, so boy is an antecedent, so it's of whom is objective case, not subjective case. Whom is used for human being for objective case. That's why this is an incorrect relative pronoun. Whose and whom. Guys, yes, correct answer is correct relative pronoun is whose. This is the boy whose parents, guys, pointing to show possession, whose parents work with a pharma company. This is the boy whose parents work with a pharma company. This is the correct relative pronoun, not who. Who is used for subjective case for human being, but not, okay, to show possession. Here in this sentence, we have to show possession. This is the boy which, not whom, not. This is the boy whose parents, okay, whose parents work with a pharma company. This is the boy, that is the girl, that is the boy whose parents work with a pharma company. I hope you understood. Here second, the girl who family supports you is my best friend. No, we are not a who family. We don't say who family supports you. The girl whose family supports you, whose family supports you, he is my best friends. We are talking about possession. We have to show possession, not the girl which family supports you. No, it's an incorrect relative pronoun. Whom to show possession. No, it's incorrect. Okay, the girl whom family supports you. No, okay, we don't say whom family. We say whose family. The girl whose family lives abroad, he's an engineer. The boy whose family lives next to us in my neighborhood, he's my friend. You can say whatever you want to say. The girl whose family supports you. Okay, he's my best friend. So here to show possession we use whose relative pronoun. Whose is used to show possession. Okay, if you ask question whose family supports you, the girl whose family supports me is my best friend, is your best friend, whatever you want to say. The girl whose family supports you is my best friend. Guys, point to be noted. The girl whose family supports you is main verb of the sentence. The girl is my best friend. Which girl? Okay, whose family lives supports you, whose family supports you is my best friend. Here the girl is subject, man subject, and verb is over here. The girl is my best friend. Okay, whose is a relative pronoun to show possessive. I'm so sorry, I'm writing roughly. Relative pronoun. Whose is a relative pronoun, and family supports you is my best friend. Okay, I spoke to a friend. Guys, point to me. I spoke to a friend whose uncle is a lawyer. Whose friend is I'm sorry, whose uncle is a lawyer. Here to show possession. Antecedent relative pronoun. Whose uncle is a lawyer. Rahul is the boy whose brother is an engineer. Okay, whose brother is an engineer. Rahul is the boy. Rahul is the boy whose brother is an engineer. To show possession, we use relative pronoun whose. I hope you understood. I repeat, relative pronoun whose is used to show possession. Guys, point to be noted. Who is subject used for subjective case, whom is used for objective case, which is used for non-human being generally, which is used for non-human being. When we talk about selection and choice, in this case which is used for human being as well. When we talk about whose is used for human being, only human being, not non-human being like animal things. We don't use whose to show possession. Okay, and I also taught you in the very first slide whose, at to show possession we add apostrophe s at the end of the noun, but we don't add apostrophe s at the end of the pronoun to show possession. Okay, in this case we use relative pronoun whose to show possession. Guys, in the next slide I will write some examples. Whose is used only for human being. Okay, formal English. When we talk about formal English, whose is used for human being, not non-human being, not for animals, not for objects, not for things. Okay, in the next slide we will learn uses of whose. Okay, for human being, only for human being, formal and informal English. If you want to take a screenshot and note these examples, you can. Have a look at the word. Here are some examples. First, I had a dog whose name was Rocky. Guys, as I taught you in the very last slide, whose can be used only for human being. We can't use whose for animals, for things, for objects, non-human beings. Okay, so here this is an incorrect sentence when we talk about formal English. Okay, you must have heard some people, they say, oh, I had a dog whose name was Rocky. They use whose for animals. It's incorrect. In formal English we use, in our day-to-day life we use, but when we talk about competitive examination point of view, this sentence is incorrect. Okay, this is an incorrect sentence. I had a dog whose name was Rocky. Whose, okay, whose is not used as a relative pronoun for animal. That house whose garden is big will be sold tomorrow. This is also an incorrect sentence when we talk about examination point of view. The chair whose leg is broken, it's also an incorrect sentence. Okay, it was a beautiful hotel whose lobby looks like a palace. Okay, like looks like a palace. The car whose color is red is very costly. All these sentences are incorrect when we talk about formal English. In formal English, these sentences are used. Okay? When we talk about competitive examination point of view, these all sentences are incorrect. So what is the correction of these sentences? Guys, point to be noted. So if you want to correct this sentence, if you want to write correctly this sentence, I had a dog. Okay, we don't use whose name was Rocky, the name of which. Guys, point to be noted. The name of which. Name of which. Now it's a correct sentence. I had a dog, not whose, the name of which was Rocky. It's a correct sentence. Okay, formal English you will have to write. I know most of you are students. You are preparing for competitive examinations. You are preparing for school level examinations. So you will have to write, I had a dog, the name of which was Rocky, not whose name. Okay, it's an incorrect. We have to, I had a dog, the name of which was Rocky. It's a correct sentence. The house whose garden is big will be sold tomorrow is an incorrect sentence. We have to write the garden of which. Okay, not whose. The garden of which. Guys, point to be noted. The garden or not full stop. The garden of which, the house, the garden of which is big will be sold tomorrow. Now it's a correct sentence. Guys, you have to write, if you want to show possession of non-human being, okay, for object, for animal, you have to write the plus, noun plus of which. Okay, the chair whose leg is broken is an correct sentence. We have to write the chair, the leg of which. Guys, point to be noted. The leg, not whose, the leg of which. Of which is broken. Guys, point to be noted. The chair, the leg of which is broken. It's a correct sentence. It was a beautiful hotel whose lobby looks like a palace. Guys, point to be noted here. Whose lobby, not incorrect. Whose is not used for object. Hotel is a noun, it's an object, non-human thing or non-human being. It's a thing. So we don't use whose as a relative noun for a thing. We have to write, it was a beautiful hotel. Okay, the lobby of which. The lobby of which. Okay, the lobby of which looks like a palace. Guys, point to be noted. Now it's a correct sentence. The car whose color is red. Guys, color, COLOR and COLOUR, both the spellings are correct. Okay, one is British and another one is American. Okay, the car whose color is red is very costly. It's an incorrect sentence. When we talk about formal English, it's competitive examination. It's incorrect sentence. It's an incorrect sentence. The car whose not. Okay, the color of which. Guys, point with the color of which. The color of which red is very costly. Guys, point to be noted. Is okay. Is red is okay. The color of which is red is very costly. Why? The car is a subject. Man verb of the sentence is. Okay, not it's verb. Okay, verb. The color of which is red is very costly. I hope you understood. I repeat, we don't use relative noun whose for non-human being. Relative noun whose is used only for human being to show possession. If you want to show possession with a non-human being, with an animal, with a thing, with an object, you will have to use the plus. Okay, noun plus of which structure. I had a dog, the name of which was Rocky, not whose name was Rocky. The house, the garden of which is big will be sold tomorrow. The chair, the leg of which is broken. It was a beautiful hotel, the lobby of which looks like a palace. The car, the color of which is red, is costly. I hope you understood. Guys, I would love to finish this video over here. I hope you have found this video helpful. You have learned some new things from this video. I will see you soon in the next video. In the next video, we will learn about relative pronoun that. I'm looking forward to meeting you in that video. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Have fun.